So anyway, today we have Jessica Cox, and Jessica is an ambassador with Plexus. And I haven't had the pleasure to meet her, but I have worked with her online, and I think she's a very ambitious uh, young ambassador, and I would love to, I think the rest of us would love to hear your testimony. And Jessica, if you could share with us, your testimony with Plexus.
Sure, Rod. I would be happy to. So, let's backtrack and figure out how I even heard of Plexus. And that was this past summer. My mother-in-law and sister-in-law we just gotten back from vacation at the beach, and we all know we want to look good at the beach. And so as soon as we got back, they had gotten plugged in with their friend Missy to try a sample of this stuff called Plexus. And, for me, I am really paranoid about what goes in my body. I'm very, very, very specific and always looking at the ingredients and the labels and stuff. And so, I just kind of thought, oh, you know what, I'm going to sit back and watch and see how this works for them. I don't know that it's for me. I don't have a lot of weight to lose. And so for me, it was kind of one of those things where I watched them for 6 months get smaller and smaller and get more energy. And I'm going to be honest with you, I was a big skeptic. I started to get kind of concerned for them, thinking, gosh, this is working so good for them. It's got to be bad. There's got to be something wrong with it. And so, I was really happy, though, for their lifestyle changes. At the same time, I was seeing that they weren't drinking the sodas anymore, the junk food, all of that was going away. And so I wasn't convinced enough to ask about it. I wasn't sure that I wanted it yet. But it's funny how things happen. My husband somehow got a packet of the Plexus into his hands and was ready to take it. And I said, no, you've got to take that to the doctor first and have our doctor check it over. And so we did. We took it, and she tested him with the product and loved it for him. Loved it so much. She said, hey, Jessica, I want you to try this too. And so sure enough, she put me on the product as well. And I was sold after that. I mean, in my first week, I lost 6 pounds. And since then, I've averaged a lost pound every single week since then. And I was already eating so healthy, I didn't even have to change my diet at all. And due to health issues, I hadn't even been able to exercise. So all of that was while I was still doing the same thing. So here I am drinking this yummy drink every day and losing weight. So that's really what Plexus has done for me as far as, a quick weight loss story. And my mother and sister-in-law, I just watched them for so long, and I wanted to know, I wanted to know more about it, but at the same time, I just, I think I was afraid to learn more at the same time. So it's been really awesome. Now, a quick background about me is I'm a homeschooling mom of 4 kids. And I'm a former auto show model. So I used to travel the U.S. for about 8 years for one of the major auto manufacturers. And I would be up on stage talking about the cars. So image is so important in that industry. I mean, part of my contract is that I had to stay the exact same size, weight, hair color, and everything. Towards the end of my tenure doing that, I started getting some health issues. Chronic fatigue set in, I was getting migraine headaches, and I started to gain weight. And as a result, I actually had to retire from that job because I wasn't able to maintain, my weight very easily at all. And, it was kind of embarrassing because, all the girls would always compare ourselves and, how our wardrobe fits and everything. And so I thought, gosh, I'm eating like practically a, gluten-free, grain-free, like nearly vegan diet, and I'm still gaining weight. Like, something must be wrong. So, I'd gone to the doctor and been diagnosed with Hashimoto's disease. And she treated me. I felt a lot better, but I still couldn't lose the weight. And so for me, finding Plexus has been huge because it's the only thing in the last 3 years that has helped me lose weight. And even going gluten-free, so many people can lose weight with that, not me. Even fasting, I would not lose weight no matter what I did. And, I was really sluggish in the mornings. My Bible time in the morning, my quiet time, that thing had disappeared 3 years ago because I was so tired. I could barely crawl out of bed at like 9 o'clock in the morning. So I would say probably my second week on Plexus, I was sold because for the first time in 3 years, I woke up all on my own, no alarm clock, anything, at 5:30 in the morning, and I was able to get up, spend some time with God. I was so productive. I feel great whenever I'm using those accelerator pills and the Plexus drink together. I'm kind of unstoppable. My house looks great. Things are getting done left and right, and I don't even skip a beat, and I don't feel tired. But at night when I lay my head on the pillow, I was able to fall right to sleep. Even the insomnia was gone. So that's how I knew Plexus was an awesome product, and I wanted to share it with other people. They were asking me what I was doing, and I was really hesitant to tell them because I didn't want them to think I was trying to sell them on it or trying to make money off my friends. I would never want to be in that situation. So finally, I ended up sharing some samples with a friend of mine, and she said, I think I want to try it. And so I'm thinking, okay, she wants to try it, maybe order a month. She's like, no, I want to sell this. This is awesome. I want to be an ambassador. This is great. And so I started looking at it from a business and thought, wow, there's a lot of potential, with Plexus for it to also become an income, not just helping me, but helping others as well. And so, for me, a typical day running my business is so simple. It's actually a lot less complicated than what I thought it was going to be. It's as simple as posting a little thing on Facebook, maybe responding to a message. But my favorite business activity, believe it or not, is taking the kids to the park. Whenever I'm at the park, I'm out there playing, having fun with my kids. Usually there's other moms and kids around, and we all sit around and we start chatting. And people are, talking about what they do or what their husbands do. And it just opens up an awesome window for me to share the Plexus opportunity and the products with them. And, I don't always have to tell them a lot about it right there, but it's so easy to get their phone numbers, set up another play date at the park where we can, talk and share that information. And that has probably been a really key thing to my business as far as that goes. So I love that I'm able to spend time with my kids at the park, meet new people, and at the end of the day, that is affecting the successfulness of the business that I'm starting here with Plexus. And, some people will say, well, I don't have enough time, or, it's hard for me to get on the computer, or my internet's slow. But, I'll tell you something that's really neat about the whole social media, about this business especially, is my first month I posted every single day pretty religiously, at least one testimony before and after. And it was awesome. I got lots of responses. And my second month, we were extremely distracted because my husband was looking at resigning from his job, maybe moving across the, to another state or another city several hours away, lots of different things going on in our lives. And I was so distracted. I think I only posted on Facebook maybe 5 times. And it wasn't because I didn't have the time, but it's because I didn't make the time. I found other things to do to keep me busy. And I kept thinking, gosh, this is just going to be horrible. We had such a great financial month in January, from me posting and, all that work I had done. And I just thought February was going to be a big fat zero, because I hadn't made any new sales and nothing big had happened. And I kind of was really not looking forward to seeing the numbers. But what was so encouraging is that even after I had laid all that groundwork in January, my February paycheck was still awesome. It was more than enough to pay for our mortgage. And I didn't even really work the business. It was just residual income that was already there. And that just showed me anybody really can do this. If you have a hard month, if you get sick, you're in a hospital, or you lose a friend or a relative, or if you're out of the country for a month traveling Europe, it doesn't matter. Like, you can still be servicing your customers. You can still be helping your teammates through Facebook and the internet. And you can still be getting a paycheck. And to me, that just has opened my eyes to the possibilities of how big this can really get, my Plexus business, and for my team members as well. And, it's amazing how just $35, less than a meal for my family of 6 to go out and eat, how, just that little bit of an investment has just grown to be such a big impact in our lives. Now my kids are begging to drink the Plexus because it's become kind of just a desired thing here in our family too. It's really funny. But one thing that is great, yes, the financial blessings are great, and my personal health testimony, I feel awesome. But what really gets me at the end of the day is whenever, just like last night, I found myself on the phone crying with one of my new ambassadors. And her name is Tiffany. She's so new to the product also. She just started as an ambassador this past month. And she was in a tragic accident, and it left her on disability. She wasn't able to work or exercise. And, she's on so many medications to help with the pain, to help with the arthritis. She was diagnosed with lupus from this. I mean, just so many medications that she was on. Some of them would cause her to gain weight just in and of itself. But when you're taking that many medications, you also have to be eating a lot of food because so many of them require food intake along with taking the medication. And so she wasn't able to exercise. Therefore, all of this food was causing her to gain weight, not being able to exercise and be healthy. And after just her first month on Plexus, she's not only lost 11 pounds, but she's been able to cut all of her medications out of her life for this whole month. And she said that she feels better now than she did when she was on all those medications. And that, to me, she's got 2 young daughters, and so she's able to spend so much more quality time with them and really enjoy them, get out and walk for an hour and a half on accident. She didn't even realize that she was doing it until she looked at her watch and realized the kind of life that she's gained from Plexus is so much more than the $100 a month that cost her first month in products. It's her life that she's gotten back, and that to me is where I just think, gosh, I want to share this with everybody. I want everybody to be able to live that kind of a fulfilling life. And anyway, so for me, yes, it's been awesome financially. It's been awesome for my health. But most of all, helping my friends, seeing my friends get excited about their paychecks, seeing them being excited about getting off medications and being able to really get back that energy and, the joy that they had whenever they were younger or whenever they were not on medications. That's where I really feel rewarded. And I know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that there's probably several of you guys on the call that are thinking, like, oh, well, it worked for her, it won't work for me. Tell me what, you might have feel like you have a small network of friends or whatever. I have moved to a state completely away from all of my friends and family, and we homeschool, so therefore we have a very, very small network. And I don't work, so I don't have friends at work to share it with. I don't have a big PTA group to share this with. We don't have just, high school friends hanging around that we went to school with that we know. All of this has been done through Facebook or just new people that I've met. And that's where I think this is such an easy thing. And I know we all want to feel great. We all want to look good. And so why not also get financially fit at the same time? And so I just want to challenge you, if you can relate to any of my story, or if you're even slightly intrigued and want to learn more, as soon as this call is over, I want you to call the person who invited you. And I want you to share with them one thing that you think that you could implement or that you could do that could maybe possibly work for you as far as, working this business and trying to get into the best health that you can possibly get in. And I guarantee you're not going to regret it. Even if you change your mind 6 months down the road, what was there to lose? Maybe you lost some weight along the way. $35, honestly, is an easy meal that you would, regret eating afterwards because you would feel so sick. So I really challenge you to just call that person who invited you and just share with them what you think and how you might be interested in trying the Plexus products if you haven't tried them. And if you have tried them and you love them, just try to be an ambassador. Maybe you don't think it's for you, but I think you'll really be surprised at how easy it really is. When your friends are coming to you asking for help, you're not going to deny them. So thank you so much for taking the time to listen to me, and I'm really excited to see what you guys decide to do and hope to hear some of your stories in the coming calls.